Bonjour à tous, bienvenue au Proximus Basecamp à la présentation de notre nouveau coach fédéral de Red Flames, Elísabet Gunnarsdóttir. Goedemorgen allemaal, welkom op deze persconferentie in het Proximus Basecamp op de voorstelling van onze nieuwe bondscoach van de Red Flames. Zo meteen zal onze CEO Peter Willems jullie eventjes een paar woorden richten en daarna gaat ook de coach het woord nemen. So I think we'll switch to English now and Peter will say some words.
Thank you very much, Mali. Thank you all for being here. Warm welcome also from my side to our Proximus Basecamp. A very pleasant day with very good messages today. But before we look at the future, I would like to look one last time back and say a big thank you to Yves, our former coach, for all the work he has done for the Federation and women's football. If you look back from when he started to now, an amazing work has been done, very big achievements, third time qualified for the Euro, so that's very good. But looking forward with the board, with the sporting committee, we have made a decision. We felt that there was also a sort of stagnation at our national team, and we felt it was time for change. So we started to look around, look at candidates. We've talked to a few candidates, and then we have made our first choice. We started talking to Elísabet, and I'm very happy, very proud also that we could come to a conclusion. Why Elísabet? I think her reputation precedes her. On and off the pitch, I think very strong in building teams on the pitch, but also off the pitch. Very strong people management, but also very good football knowledge, of course, because that speaks for itself. So we're very happy, very proud that she's here, and that we could start to look forward. Important matches coming up, Nations League, with some very interesting games, the Euro, where we want to do very well. But also important is that with this appointment we look also a little bit further. We really look also already to the World Cup. We've never qualified for the World Cup, so we would like to try to give our best there too. So it's really an appointment that you have to look, that you have to see also a little bit on the longer term towards the World Cup, but with a very important Euro to play, and we start with great matches in the Nations League. So that's a little bit background. So I now would be very happy and again proud to pass the floor to Elísabet.
Thank you. Really happy to see so many journalists in here. I want to build a good relationship with all of you. I know that it's important for me, for you, for the team, and of course to get as many fans as we can to our home games and to follow us when we're playing abroad. It's been, I'm extremely proud and honored to get this opportunity, representing a whole country as a head coach, which has been one of my goals through my career, to at some point be in this situation and obviously lead a team in big tournaments. I've been here now for 2 days and have had an incredible experience coming here to the Proximus base camp and meet all the people that I'm going to be working with. It's been inspiring, and I do understand why Belgian football is famous around the world after being here. So yes, I'm excited and I can't wait to start.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Suppose you have some questions, so please raise your hand. Yes. Et peut-être vous présenter avant de poser votre question. Merci.
Merci. Hi, François Nicolas from DAZN. First question, yeah, how would you describe your philosophy, your football philosophy as a coach?
Yes, of course, it's always important when you come to a new place to get to know the players and see what has been done before you implement your philosophy. But my teams normally play with a very high energy and intensity. I am very structured when it comes to principles, especially around the penalty areas. But at the same time, I'm extremely pragmatic as well. I'm flexible, and I want to study the opponents a lot. Use the strength of our players when we decide how we play.
I guess there were discussions, of course, about the goals for this team. What are the exact goals you have that you set for your team?
To be honest, no. I'm meeting you first before I meet my players, so I'm not going to speak to them through you. So I want to meet the players and the staff, and we will set those goals together, even if there are some frames behind those goals that have been set. But I always aim high in everything I do, but realistically and how we set the goals is just something that we need to do together.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Other question? Yes.
Good morning, Children from het Nieuwsblad. There is a game. The first game is in less than a month. What are your first tasks with the team? Like getting to know them and then?
Yeah, it is extremely inspiring and challenging to know they're going to face the world champions in the first game. And I think that's exciting. To be honest, I don't have much time, but I will never complain about the time that I have. I have hours already today to study the players, study the opponents, study how we have been playing, and then come down to a conclusion how we're going to play in the first game, because I am a process-driven person. I will do things step by step. I don't want to do things too fast. So I will not come in and implement crazy things in the first game, I will listen to my current staff and see what we can use from what has been done and build on successfully from that. But I will implement very clear principles in the first games.
You said you haven't met the players yet. Is it the plan to first go and visit them in the next couple of days, weeks?
Yeah, that's also something that they don't need to hear through media, so we will see how that strategy will be built.
Yes. No other questions? Nathalie.
Hi, Nathalie Dumont, La Dernière Heure, les sports. Elizabeth, there is no revolution so for the first match.
There is no
Evolution.
no. I can promise you that you're not gonna watch the game and see some crazy things. But at the same time, like I need to sit with the players and talk about my leadership philosophy, and there are of course cultural things that I want to implement directly, and again step by step that needs to be done, and in a both careful but structured way.
The big dream for Belgium is World Cup, but before there are Nations League and Euro. What is the big goal for you?
My biggest goal is just to come in here and help the players as fast as possible to be able to go out on the field and perform in the best possible way. I just want to get the most out of every single individual. I can promise you one thing, I will not come in here and give one individual more time than another. It's going to be a team thing. Like I just love building a team culture where everybody thrive together and can run out on the pitch and feel like you can beat anybody with the energy that you have within the collective. And that will be my main focus in the beginning.
Okay, merci Nathalie. Oui, Lise.
Hi, Lise Burion from RTBF television. So, why Belgium? Is it a question of opportunity, or is it a team you followed a little bit before?
Yeah, this is actually a loaded question because I haven't worked for a year, and I've gone through maybe like trying to understand what I wanted to do. I've been for many years in two places. I've been a head coach for 30 years, but in two teams. And I think that's pretty unique that you stay for so long in the same environment. And my next step, I wanted to be extremely careful about what I would choose. So I've been investigating and trying to like see what I really, really wanted to do. And when having the first conversation with the Belgian Federation, it just hit me directly that this was something that I wanted to explore a little bit more. And after the second meeting, I just felt so excited in my whole body, and that just tells you what you need to know. So I often go after the feeling, and the feeling was, this is completely right.
Are you someone who feel the pressure, or is something, it's not important for you? No pressure at all?
Oh, pressure is so important for me. You need to have pressure to perform, but you need to embrace that pressure and welcome it, and then it's just up to you to handle it. And I will put a lot of pressure on myself, and I will put pressure on my players to perform, but at the same time, it's a part of professional sports, and leading a national team, you need to be embracing the pressure.
Okay, merci. Yes, Niels, aan de andere kant. Oh, that's also, yes.
Hello, Elizabeth, Maria Majeu from Vrouwenvoetbal BE. We have met before, 2013, Christianstad. You are new here in Belgium, but how many games have you already seen of the Red Flames before? Have you seen them recently and watched them?
Well, I had Lorca van de Putten, my team, for I think 7 seasons. So I saw almost every game she played, probably all the games. And then I had Tine Strivers for 2 years, also watched all the games while she was playing for me. So I know the background of the Belgian team pretty well. And since I started speaking with the federation about taking this job, I've watched a lot.
Yes. Niels.
Hi, Niels from Het Laatste Nieuws. What can Belgian football culture or football in general learn from the Scandinavian football culture? Because it's quite a bit different. You guys have a bigger background, a broader history. What can we learn from that?
I think I need to learn the Belgian culture first before I can answer that question, because I don't really know the Belgian culture enough. So I don't know what additionally could be different. But what I take from Iceland especially is an extreme hard workers. Like you put all of your everything in you into this work, and when you're with the team, there is nothing else than the team. And team culture is extremely important for me. And that's how I built my club in Sweden as well. And I think from Sweden, when I moved from Iceland to Sweden, I learned the tactical game in a completely different way. Sweden is extremely tactical, so mentality from Iceland and tactics from Sweden, and you blend that with the passion that I have felt here when meeting my coworkers. I think you have a great mix.
Okay. Geen vragen meer, Niels?
I have another question. A lot of players of the squad are playing in the Belgian league, the Lotto Super League. How would you rate this competition?
Well, that's also something I'm exploring in the moment. Already made one club visit, and I was extremely inspired by that visit, because it was on a higher level than I thought. When I came here, and normally when I come into new environments, I don't want to have expectations, because expectations often give you wrong ideas, because then either you get disappointed or you get overhyped. So I try to put down expectations, and when I went on a visit to Leuven yesterday, I was just truly impressed with how they're working, and I thought the intensity in the training and the energy in the training was really, really good. And if this is what I'm going to see in the rest of the clubs, then I'm really happy with the level.
Thank you.
Other questions? Yeah, you can.
Hi again. You said you're someone who stays long at a certain place. Is this also a long-term commitment?
Yeah, you will be stuck with me for 15 years. History tells you that.
And do you have plans to do some structural work as well with the youth teams and stuff?
Yeah, and to answer you in a more serious way, then that you just have to be humble when you come into a job like this. The former coach has done an amazing job here and was here for a very long time. And coming in to take over such a great work it's not easy, it's challenging, but it's also inspiring to be able to do that. And I will put my structure on the table for the rest of the youth team coaches and work together with them. I want to see and hear what they're doing. I've already planned to be with the U17 when they're playing on the 8th of February. And then I'm just going to sit in there and listen how the coaches put up their game plan and strategies and get a good idea of how it is today. And then we can see if we can work more closely together.
You said you knew some of the players before, for example, Tine de Schrijver. Did you contact her when there was talks going on to ask her about how life in Belgium is, how the federation is working and stuff like that?
No, I didn't. It was too risky to do that. But my former assistant coach, Freyr Alexandersson, was coaching Kortrijk before. And since he has been living here the last year with his family, then I asked him a lot of questions. So I got some insight from good people.
Okay. Do you plan on living here as well, full-time?
We'll see in the future, but in the beginning I will be going a little bit back and forth, but I will spend a good amount of time here.
Okay, no questions anymore. Als er geen vragen zijn, dan gaan we deze persconferentie hier afronden en gaan we de quotes in de gang doen. En om 1 uur is er nog een persconferentie van onze andere bondscoach. Donc la conférence de presse à 1 heure est aussi disponible sur le live stream. Et merci beaucoup d'être venu au Proximus Basecamp et à la prochaine. Bonne journée.